So, today's topic is somewhat related to China. I would like to talk about batteries, which are said to account for a large part of the cost of EVs. In China, there are 9 listed lithium battery manufacturers, and among them, the leading company is CATL. This company is called Contemporary Amperex Technology Company Limited, CATL, and in this video, I will refer to it as CATL. CATL holds more than half of the market share and is the biggest player in the industry. Interestingly, this company has strong ties to Japan. It was originally founded by a Chinese individual who worked for TDK, a Japanese company. At first, the company was called ATL, which TDK later acquired as a subsidiary. This company grew rapidly by supplying batteries to Apple products. However, the Chinese employee who was with ATL left the company and founded CATL, which is the main subject of today's discussion. I talked about this mystery in a previous video some time ago. Why didn't TDK start making automotive batteries themselves? Technologically, they should have been capable, but for some reason, they didn't venture into making automotive batteries. When China moved towards the EV era, with the demand for batteries expected to surge, this Chinese individual started CATL, using TDK's technology, to produce automotive batteries. This is a lingering mystery that I still don't fully understand, but if anyone in the audience knows the background or has an idea, please share it in the comments below. Anyway, CATL, originally founded by a former TDK employee, has become the overwhelming market leader in battery production in China. There are some notable developments surrounding the company this year, and both are negative. The first is that CATL's profits for the first half of this year dropped by about 12% compared to the same period last year. Given that CATL accounts for about 60% of sales in the industry, and around 90% in terms of profit, this 12% drop in profits is a shocking figure for the entire industry. There is another significant issue with CATL this year, but before getting into that, I need to provide some background. Let me show you this map. CATL used to purchase lithium, the raw material for batteries, from other companies, but in August 2022, they obtained permission to start developing their own lithium mines. By developing their own mines, they aimed to further cut costs and increase profits. However, shortly after they started developing their mine, lithium prices reached their peak in November 2022, at around 600,000 yen per ton. Since then, prices have plummeted. By September of the following year, 2023, the price had dropped to just over 70,000 yen per ton, almost 1/10 of the peak. Rumors started spreading this year that CATL had stopped operations at their mine, and though they initially claimed that the stoppage was only temporary, by July, more information surfaced that the mine was indeed shut down. The reason for this is that producing lithium at current prices would lead to losses. Now, CATL is back to purchasing lithium from other companies. The root cause of this issue is excessive competition. The Chinese government is promoting EVs as a national policy, leading many companies to enter the battery manufacturing industry. As a result, by last year, 2023, China's battery production capacity had grown to 3.3 times its domestic demand. In fact, even if all the battery factories in China operated at full capacity, they could produce 1.5 times more than the global demand for batteries. Because of this oversupply, it's impossible for all factories to operate at full capacity, which forces price cuts across the industry. As a result, demand for lithium has decreased, and the price has plummeted. Many battery companies in China are struggling, and there will likely be a wave of bankruptcies or mergers as companies get absorbed. Even with mergers, the overall scale of production will need to shrink to address the issue of overproduction, leading to factory closures and large-scale layoffs. The Chinese government is currently trying to inject funds into the economy, particularly in real estate, but China's economic problems are not limited to real estate. The EV industry, along with many other sectors, is also facing significant challenges, and this oversupply issue cannot be solved with money alone. Many companies will inevitably face bankruptcy or factory closures. This month, on October 17, the Chinese government announced a plan to inject significant funds into unfinished real estate projects. As a result, stock prices rose by over 5%, though they are still far from their recent highs. While the market responded positively, I believe China's economic problems extend far beyond real estate. In various sectors, overproduction has made it difficult for companies to turn a profit. The focus on cost-cutting, including labor costs, will prevent the economy from improving in the short term. As a result, the standard of living for most Chinese people is likely to continue to decline. We often hear stories about wealthy Chinese people coming to Japan and purchasing expensive goods, But the majority of Chinese people are facing a very different reality. As their economic situation worsens, I will continue to share information about the lives of people in China, especially in the smaller cities, and how their conditions are evolving. That concludes today's topic. I hope to see you again in the next video.